over there and eat food with them. Okay, I'll give you the broad spectrum. I could go over there and eat food with them. But if they tell me this food is halal, that means that they sacrifice the animal to their false god, Allah. And so that would be a meat sacrifice to an idol. Therefore, I couldn't eat the meat if they told me it was halal meat. But as long as they didn't tell me that, I could eat the meat because it doesn't matter. Idols are nothing, even if they do sacrifice meat to idols. It's for their benefit that I can't eat it because it's definitely a meat sacrifice to an idol, so I won't eat it.
So what about, for example, when Paul says people are still accustomed to idols, that then when they eat sacrificial food, they think of it as having been sacrificed to a god, but since their conscience is weak, it is defiled.
Yeah, that's why I said even if I was at a Muslim's house, even if there was nobody there but me and the Muslim, okay, and they said this is halal meat, I can't eat that meat for the same reason because what happens if I go somewhere else and there's a person with a weak conscience and they know that I actually ate the meat at a Muslim house? You know what I mean? I can eat it as long as they don't tell me that it's halal meat. But if they tell me it's halal meat, that doesn't mean I'm going to go to the bathroom and stick my fingers down my throat and heave it up. You know what I mean? Meaning eating meat sacrificed to an idol is nothing. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
It's the idea. It's the idea of is that we set an ethical standard. It's like for example, during Ramadan. Okay, during Ramadan they feast. They fast during the day from food and water, and then they feast every night for a month long, and they call that Ramadan. And the idea of Ramadan is, according to the Muslim religion, that's a celebration of Muhammad receiving the Quran. So I could not even go to a Muslim's house to eat during Ramadan at all because I reject anything to do with what Islam is, and I can't support it in any kind of way, shape, or form.
All right.
So what
Okay,
you're
so
saying, okay, so what you're saying is, you wouldn't eat idol meat in front of a person because they think you would be eating idol meat,
No,
but
that's
you
that's not
also,
what I said. I'm actually getting to the nitty-gritty of what is intended and what do you do because of what is intended
okay,
and what are the implications of that. And I'm trying to
okay, so
nail everything down so you can't miss any detail here.
okay, so for example, you said you wouldn't eat any meat from a Muslim.
I didn't say that.
okay.
You said
Okay,
you wouldn't eat their food because it's halal, and you
No,
wouldn't eat anything
I didn't
from it.
say I didn't say that. Nope,
can
I
we?
didn't say that.
I think that they want to have a conversation here, Ed. We're
I
gonna
can
need
wait.
to
No,
pause.
we're not
I can
gonna
wait.
interrupt. We'll go to a different room.
I can wait.
All right, we go to a different room. That's fine. All right, let me set one up. Hold on.
Once they have a
I'm
conversation.
gonna hang out here. I'll wait for the conversation to be over.
Okay. Well, if that Jay's okay, that's fine. We can
But
do it. Because I mean, we do have a lot of witnesses here too.
I'm
that are in
okay
the
Okay,
to
room.
wait.
let's
I
put
can
this
wait
to
for
an
what I
end,
was saying.
and I guess we'll have a formal discussion. And we'll
Well,
just
and
unmute
Chuck, let
anybody
us
else.
run this, please. Yeah, let us
Yeah,
run it.
all right, so
You can mute yourself.
there's
I can
been
wait.
yeah, so we've gathered all the relevant parties together. We have EON, Iconoclast, Goose, and Thelatos. These are the people involved in this issue. It's not a big
All right,
issue,
great.
but there are some accusations
I was
being
there from the get-go, blackout. Keep going.
yeah. Well, thanks, Ed. So there's some accusations, I think really just some misunderstandings. I suspect. So I think what we should do is in a peaceful and civilized way, each of us will share their view of what took place. Marshmallow, you have an open mic. We'll share what's happening, and we'll solve this so that way everyone can have an understanding. Okay, it's not that complicated. All right, so let's go. Let's not take too long. Let's not be too long-winded. Okay, let's start with Eon. Okay, Eon, what's the issue?
Yeah. So the issue is, long story short, Icon was new to the server. He joined the channel. He was participating in the channel for a while, and then one day he starts just interrupting VC, demanding that I debate him, just demanding. And then when I pushed him on it, he had no idea what topic he even wanted to debate me on. He just demanded that he debated me. And to me, that this was strange. And so instantly I thought, oh, an attention seeker. And because he had no idea what he even wanted. So I told him, hey, stay in the channel for like 2 weeks, or actually have a discussion with me to act so you can learn what I actually believe. So then you can find out something that you disagree with. So, and then maybe, and then if you want to debate me, I'm happy to set up a debate with you at that point. But even after I tell him this, he comes in for like 3 days straight over and over again. He comes in, we're all having a discussion about some other topic, and he interrupts that discussion, demanding I debate him and him wanting to talk about some debate. And then this goes on for like 3 days. So eventually I get tired of it. And to shut him up, I said, look, Icon, if you really want to debate me that bad, here's my Cash App for me to take you seriously, because I honestly think you're just an attention-seeking troll that just wants attention. Here's my Cash App. Send me $25. And until you do that, there is no debate, and I'm not taking you serious. And I thought that was going to squash it. So, but then, he comes back and he still wants to. Oh, that same day when I said that, we're discussing, okay, because he's giving me the impression that he is going to pay me and that it is going to be a serious debate. So at this point, we're like, okay, so what topic? And so he devised this topic of Sola Scriptura or whatever that is, and I told him after payment we can discuss the topic further, and so we can, because I don't believe in Sola Scriptura, my position's a little bit different and stuff like that, and we can discuss the time, the date, the moderators and all that as soon as I get payment. So the whole notion was, if I don't get payment, there's no debate. I'm not taking you seriously, and I think you're a joke. And I never got paid. But then a few days go by, and Goose comes in. Hey, EION, I donated to your charity debate that you're having with Icon. I'm like, what debate, Goose? Oh, yeah, I gave $50. I'm like, Goose, you better get a refund. You got scammed. There is no debate. He never paid me. And I explained to Goose what's going on. That, hey, what I just told you guys, and he's never paid me. There is no debate. Right.
Okay.
And so then I warn people. Oh, and before this, I might as well, because he's in here. Theolotos, because Icon was saying he's refusing to pay me for a debate. He didn't trust it, whatever it was. And also, I want to mention this. At first, when he was demanding to debate, he wanted to debate using the server's $50 prize debate. I refused that notion the first time he was asking me, demanding that I debate him. And I think this is when the struggle happened, where, because I think he wanted, I don't know if that's what enticed him. Maybe he can tell us if the $50 prize debate's what's enticed him, because he was all about the money. And this is another reason why I charged him $25 to debate me. But Theolotos, because he was refusing to pay for the debate. And I was like, okay, well, then I'm not going to take it serious. And Theolotos really wanted to see us debate or something. I don't know what his motive was.
Okay.
But he offered to pay for him. And I'm almost finished. Offered to pay for him. But then he had a family emergency. He could not pay. And I didn't want him to pay for Icon anyways, because obviously I think Icon was just a attention seeker, or his motive was money or whatever it might be. And so I just want Icon to pay for himself. And that's what I told Theolotos. Just let the guy pay for his own debate. But yeah, then after the Goose thing happened, that's when I just told people the truth. Hey, guys, he hasn't paid me. This is a situation. And at this point, since it's getting really weird, I don't even think I'm going to give this guy a spotlight. So I was like, if he tells you there's some charity debate and he's saying donate to it, do not send him any money. And I advise Goose to get his money back.
Okay. So, all right. So what I'm hearing is you're kind of accusing Iconoclast of basically collecting money for a debate that isn't happening. Let's go to Iconoclast. Right. Okay, now I want you guys to be, let him have his say. Go ahead, Iconoclast. What's going on?
Yeah, there was some, to EION's credit, there actually was some truth mixed in with that. So let's start from the beginning, and I'll just tell the story kind of the way he did from my perspective. Yeah, I'm relatively new to the server, maybe a month or two. I don't even really keep track, to be honest. But I spent enough time in the Learn About God channel that I had developed quite an interesting take on what it is that some of the denizens here believe, specifically EON and EdJ. And I had tangled with them, in this voice chat several times over these issues. And finally, it came to the point where I thought that EON was nothing more than a narcissistic, bloviating, prideful cult leader for the most part. And I wanted to drag his terrible positions and opinions out to the public eye and beat them in a moderated formal debate. That's why I offered to do it in the prize debate section. I figured the prize pool combined with his arrogance would draw him into that debate. It didn't. He said, no, I'm popular, people don't like me, it's, biased in some way, they'll vote for me, they'll vote for you just to spite me, regardless of who wins or loses. It's not fair. Like, okay. So we can do it. So I pivoted, we can do it another way, right? This is kind of where Goose chimed in, said that, in the interim between these, Goose chimed in and said, hey, I'll put up the prize money. And a few others did as well. I think Hugs, I don't know if Hugs is still here. Hugs volunteered some money, and a couple of others that I don't see here. So I'm not going to bring them into it. So then I finally was able to get EON to address this in VC rather than just muting me like he typically does, by sending Angelica a DM saying, hey, there's about a $70 cash prize on the line. Can you get EON to at least talk to me about this, having this debate, right? Because he was running like he is now. And she did. To her credit, she said, hey, there's $70 is a lot of money. That's what started the conversation. And during that conversation, it was, I don't know, 20, 30 minutes long. There was some here that were present for it, some that weren't. Unfortunately, Goose isn't one that was here for it because that would have cleared up a lot of the misconceptions right out of the gate. Point is, though, through a back and forth between EON and I, with contributions from other members of the VC at the time, we decided that instead of the prize pool going to the winner of the debate, we could make it a charity. Donate to charity. Winner gets to pick, or maybe use it to buy something to give away to the audience members. EON suggested a nice leather-bound Bible. I thought that was a good idea. So prize pool to be determined towards charity or a giveaway, figured out at a later date. So what I did was I took all of the points that we had negotiated during that VC publicly right here and put them in a list. And I'm happy to share that. Actually, give me just a second. I'll put it in chat right now. I sent this to both Thelatos and EON because these two at that time were the concerned parties, specifically because they had a vested interest. Thelatos had committed to pay for EON's fee, which I was never going to pay. I made that absolutely clear from the beginning. I do not pay debate opponents. Why? So that you can turn around after you lose and say that I paid you to take a dive? Or from my perspective, why would I pay you to educate you? That's ridiculous. It's unethical and it's retarded. I don't do that. Never have, never will. So EON knew this going into it, and I was very clear about it the whole time. Fast forward a few days, maybe a week or so. I have to look at the dates on the DMs to be specific here. Thelatos comes forward, hat in hand, putting his pride aside, and said, hey guys, I had a family emergency, I'll let him tell you about the nature of it, but I'm really sorry. I can't meet the commitment right now because EON's demand was that the payment happened 2 weeks prior to any debate, right? I'm not sure why, but my response to Thelatos was, basically, dude, no worries. Focus on what you have going on. That's way more important than this. I hope everything's all right. If EON wants to, waive his fee and just do the thing, I'm cool with that. If not, I can wait. It was never really canceled. In fact, it's never really been officially canceled as far as I'm aware, aside from this recent underhanded, dirty, bad faith thing that he's done, indicating pretty strongly that that's what's happening. Anyway, at the end of that conversation, EON then tried to change the terms that he had previously agreed on, because he did agree to let Thelatos pay for it because, and I know this specifically because part of Thelatos's terms or proposition was that he be allowed to moderate it. I was cool with it. EON was cool with it. No big deal. So fast forward, and EON is now trying to change the terms so that I must now pay him, which he knew from the beginning was a non-starter. And that's kind of where it left off.
Okay.
Now to Goose. No, almost done. Going to land it. Goose did volunteer to chip in for the prize pot, and I did say, hey, I'm shooting over the agreement to EON for Redline in return for approval. I want to be able to tell him that I got the money in hand, so that there's a carrot there, something for him to go for, right? Goose agreed. He sent me the money, no problem. So at that point, I know to this point, that's the only prize pot money that I received, period, from nobody else. People had said they would donate. They didn't follow up on it because things got delayed on Teletos's end. So long story short, when I tried to, keep this thing on the rails and again, hash this out with EON publicly, it turned into, you lied to Goose, put this in text and VC in a full chat. You lied. You scammed Goose out of money. You need to return his money. I don't know if the word fraud was specifically mentioned, but scam means fraud. That's an actual crime. And that's kind of where I draw the line. So I've been making a ton of noise in here, demanding to confront my accuser, just like anybody else would. I didn't run to mods. I didn't file complaints. I didn't do any of this little sissy shit that I'm just not a fan of. I prefer just to handle my business in person with the source, which is why I'm here.
Okay.
And every time I do, I get suppressed and muted and mod abuse. So here we are.
Okay. All right.
Can I say one thing, Blackout?
Sure.
I was here from the get-go. There's an important detail that was left out here, and that is that Icon had offered to pay EON after the $25 after the debate, because he said that he didn't know if a debate would occur if he paid him beforehand, but he could pay him the $25 after the debate. That was an important detail that was mentioned that was left out. I just wanted to add that.
I
Okay.
can also
That's
confirm that.
That's incorrect, partially correct though. I never offered to pay it. I was trying to figure out how serious EON was and how good faith he was going to be. So my thought was, I will not even hint at an offer to pay ahead of time without any kind of assurance that he'll actually show up, because he can just take the $25 and find a reason, like he did, to avoid it.
All right. Let me
or
ask.
cancel it or not do it.
Let me ask some questions. Okay, Theoletos, have you contributed any money to this and to any persons?
I don't think he's here.
Theoletos, you there, buddy?
Can you hear me? Hello. Can you hear me?
There
Hello.
you are. Now we can hear you. Okay. Have you given money to anybody?
No.
No.
I have not, no.
You merely offered. Okay, great. But you weren't able to due to some family emergency. Understandable. Okay, next.
You were right.
Goose.
Okay.
So you're Goose.
And then I offered, when I explained that situation, I offered to do it after the new year. There was still strife between them, even agreeing with that. That would have been no problem for me, but they still had strife, and we're kind of fighting. What else? The money that Goose gave to Icon, I believe they agreed to give it to me. So Goose and Icon decided to give me that money because I was literally in the negative, which I appreciate that. So from my perspective, there was no fraud that went on.
Wait, hold on. We got to back up a little bit. What do you mean by give? Like for you to hold it as an escrow, or you would be like the recipient of it for moderating?
No, that's it. So they both decided that the debate was not going to take place because of their disagreements with EON.
Okay.
They knew that I was in the negative because I sent them screenshots explaining, family emergency. And then they decided to give it to me because the debate would no longer take place.
Got it. Okay, Goose. Yes. So you have given money to who?
Originally, I was the one who originally suggested for the cash money debate. Like I was the one who told Icon about it. It's like, hey, I'm willing to pitch in $50 right when this was all starting. And I received a message from Icon on December 12th saying that the debate would be finalized and that it would be a charity debate and that all the prize money would be going to charity. And so that's when I agreed to pitch in the $50 and I sent it to Icon and he held on to it. And the debate, I didn't hear anything about the debate, what was going on with it. So I hopped into VC here, I'd say about a week ago or so. I don't know the exact date. And I spoke with EION about it one-on-one. And that's when he told me that the debate wasn't happening until he received the $25 payment. And that I should try to get my money back and that Icon was trying to scam me. So I confronted Icon about it, right? I messaged him in DMs, basically like, hey man, like what's going on with the debate? Is this really happening? Like you said it was finalized, right? And hold on.
Okay, take your time.
He basically told me what he just told you, that there was like a bit of a family emergency. Didn't really go into details, just basically said that Theo was offering to pay EION, which is kind of weird in my opinion for a charity. Like if you agree to a charity debate, why do you need to get paid to do it? But that's why I was confused. I didn't realize EION wanted to get paid for it for a charity debate.
Okay.
So once Icon cleared things up for me, it kind of eased my mind. Like I didn't believe Icon was trying to scam me. And then I spoke to some people about just kind of what the debate, like what the format of the debate was.
Okay.
And basically I just learned from my perspective that EION was trying to like readjust the terms of the debate.
Okay.
And kind of backed out of it because originally Theo was going to send the $25 and then it became, no, I want to be paid upfront by Icon and Icon only, right? Which he already said that he wasn't willing to do. So he changed the agreement to the debate as a way to get out of it and then accused Icon of scamming me out of $50 after changing the agreement.
All right. So Goose, have you been scammed out of any money from your point of view?
No, not at all.
Okay. So your money, your $50 went to Icon, and then what happened to that money? It went from Icon to Thelatos?
Yeah, so basically we came to an agreement together, me and Icon,
okay.
that the money was supposed to go to charity anyways. And since Thelatos was like in a rough spot, Icon suggested that, hey, it'd be a good idea to send the money to help somebody out, right? Somebody in the server, somebody in the community. And I fully agreed. So Icon sent the $50 over to him.
Okay, and you were in
And he
complete.
confirmed to me
You're
that
in
he
full
got the
agreement with that. It wasn't like, hey, my money's out there, and
No, yeah, I was
this
in
is
full
you-
agreement the entire time.
Okay, all right. So I think we can take the scam stuff off the
Well,
table.
real quick, I
Yeah,
want
go
to
ahead.
respond.
Yeah, go
I want to
ahead.
respond. There's a few incorrect things being said by Goose and by them. One, the full notion, it was straight. Everyone was here. Everyone heard it. Everyone knew I was getting. They knew why I charged Icon money to debate. It's because I took him as a narcissistic, attention seeker. I don't know what his motives were, but he would interrupt our VCs. The entire thing, the whole structure started with me charging him directly to debate me because he was the one demanding that I debate him with no topic and all this. So, and he's the one interrupting. So that was the first thing. The first thing that to ever happen was me charging him to debate me. Okay, that was the whole entire thing. Theolotos himself is the one who offered, because he wanted to be a moderator, and he offered, well, I'll pay for him and I'll pay for this. And I believe, if you guys don't remember, I made a joke and a little bit serious. Well, that would be an extra $25, right? I made a joke, but I was okay with, hey, if Theolotos wanted to pay for him because this dude just wants, attention, and he didn't want to pay for his own debate. All he wants is attention, like the attention he's
something
getting right
moving
now,
here?
by the way. So real quick.
Ooh.
So here's the issue. this is why I called it a scam, is because it is. One, I never agreed to any terms. I'd never agreed to any of those terms. Okay. All of these terms were hypothetical terms if I get paid. There is no debate if I don't get paid. And this is what I mean. I even said in the when we're talking about this, that I don't want to waste my VC time giving Icon his attention he wants, talking about some debate that he's never going to pay for. A debate that's never going to happen. Okay. The whole reason why I charged him money is so he shuts up and stops interrupting our VC, demanding I debate him.
Okay.
And talking about a debate. So again, this is why I call it a scam, because there was no debate set up. There was none. There's only a hypothetical, and that's it. And so he's getting money donated to him from a hypothetical debate that's not even set up yet.
I see. Okay. All right, so there's two components to this from my point of view. One is not that I am the arbitrator here. I'm just trying to work this out. There's the issue of whether or not a scam took place. And according to Goose and Thelatos and Iconoclast, the people who were either offering to put up money or who actually did exchange money, none of those parties feels as though they were scammed or did something that they didn't want to do. And so as far as the scam taking place, there's no scam taking place. However, on part two, there does seem to be huge disconnect between the parties as to what is actually agreed upon to having a debate. It sounds like to me, from EION's perspective, that there's two things that EION is looking for. One is he expects to be compensated for his time to have a debate in the form of $25. And two, or actually A and B. B, he wants, A and B. He wants $25 for his time to debate. Okay, so he wants payment for this. And secondly, he wants that money to be sourced directly from Iconoclast, presumably so that way Iconoclast has skin in the game. Okay? Iconoclast, on the other hand, from what he's indicated, said he does not want to pay EION. He views it as a fee to pay EION for his time to do this, and instead would rather have the money either be a prize fund that goes to one or the other, that was the initial thing that was put up, or secondly, have it go to a charity of the winner's choice, therefore decoupling it from the individuals. So we have two different visions of how the distribution would take place and what the compensations are in the event of a debate. So that part doesn't seem to ever have been settled, at least from what I can tell, or maybe it was. It was. Okay. So now we have a dispute.
Yes.
We have a
It
dispute.
was not.
Okay, so it's safe to say, well, before we move on, it's safe to say that Goose and Thelatos, at least on the portion of a scam, as far as somebody taking somebody's money or whatever, that's off the table. The next dispute on this question is whether or not the debate terms were agreed upon or were they not. And this is going to be kind of difficult, guys, to work out because now you have two different views, and I don't know what you guys can do to prove that or not.
I mean, it's clear to see. It's clear everyone's been in this channel whenever he came in demanding a debate and everything. It's very clear, and I was very clear with how I said it. I don't take him seriously. There is no debate unless if he sends me payment. If payment arrives in my Cash App account of $25, only then will I even look at stipulations, the date, the topic. I wrote this all to Thelatos and them. He posted the message himself. I said it to both of them. After payment sent, then we'll talk about a date, topic, structure, and all of that. And by that message, does it look like it was agreed upon? No, it looks like I was waiting for my payment so then we can agree on something.
Yeah,
Thelatos, did
who are you waiting for
hold
payment
on.
from?
Thelatos, did EION agree to accept your $25 as payment to get the ball rolling on this?
Well, the last thing that I proposed, I put you guys in a group chat. I can't find it. But I proposed that after the new year, I would be able to pay EION. And then I do remember EION saying when that's received, then you go forward with deciding the parameters of the debate and whatnot. But
Well, I'm more so
that
referring
seems
to the VC chat where you offered initially to pay for it by your accounting to because you felt that it was uncomfortable for the room, right? So you offered to volunteer
Well,
this fee. That's the
sure,
conversation I'm speaking for.
sure, but the criteria that it needed to be paid 2 weeks in advance was something disclosed to you, or excuse me, something disclosed by you to me. So Eon never acknowledged that directly to me, as far as I remember. That was just something that maybe you guys had come up with after you talked about it more. Um, what is interesting to me is I thought that the payment after the new year was like loosely agreed to. Maybe not like a hard legal binding thing, but like it was understood. Hey, we're doing the debate certainly sometime after the new year, not during the holidays, and that there was an agreement that that would be paid to Eon. So there should have been no strife, but. For some reason, like who was paying, when they were paying, that all became an issue.
Yeah,
And
so here's how so my mind how it should have worked if people were being honest and stuff is this. Well, Eon gets paid, me. Oh, now we set up a date, time, structure, and all that. Now there's a debate. Now go and get donations for something that's set up. Not don't pay Eon, nothing's set up, nothing's agreed upon. If in Eon's mind there
Except
is no
it
debate,
was.
and then go and get donations for a hypothetical debate that you didn't set in stone yet.
Well, here,
Can I-
let me ask you a question, Jan. You did say that you required this 2 weeks in advance, right? That was the primary sticking
Yeah,
point
I
that led
require my
to.
payment, and
Okay.
with that payment, that was part of my stipulations with you, and I was very
Okay.
clear that there
Yeah,
is no
and
debate.
I was very clear.
There's
And I was
nothing to
very
do.
clear.
Yeah, so I'm not finished talking. So I was very clear with you from the get go that one, there is nothing happening unless I get paid. There's nothing set up. Everything other than that was some hypothetical. Okay, because and I was very clear. If I don't get paid, there's not even an idea of a debate. So because the whole issue was you, Iconoclast. You come in here, you interrupt, you want everything to do with you. You want to talk about debates and all this and all that and that. And then when I actually, even try to have a discussion with you, you back out and say, well, I don't even know the Eastern Orthodox position. I don't even know. I don't know this. I don't know what's my position, Icon. I don't know. So I took you as a joke and attention seeker. And so this is why I charged you. Now, there's another guy in here that wants to debate me later on. I'm doing it for free because he's serious. He knows my positions. He actually knows he's not some attention
Fantastic.
seeker.
You can stop.
So,
If you could stop the bloviating, that would be
so here's
awesome.
the thing. So you
because
can
it's all tangential at best.
so again, do you agree that maybe you should have actually set up the debate, like gave me payment, and then actually talk to me about the stipulations of a debate first before trying to get people
We
to
did.
donate to something?
We did, and I did. You agreed to this
You did
debate
not.
in this
I can
okay, I'm
show
going to
you
finish
my
what I'm
cash
saying now.
app. You
I'm
never
going
sent
to
me
Hold on,
payment.
hold
can
on.
I-
I'm
can I-
going to
Hold on.
I'm
Hold
going
on.
to finish what I was saying.
And after this, I want this
did
guy
it.
locked out of my channel.
Hold on. Slow down, guys.
Yeah,
Let
I'm glad
Iconoclast
they
have
did
it.
not come back.
Blackout's the arbitrator here. Let's let him.
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this peacefully. Okay, Iconos, have your rebuttal because the dispute here now is whether or not these terms were agreed upon. Okay, go ahead, Iconoclast.
Sure. Over the course of the voice conversation had in this VC, which many were here for, and if they're being honest, will confirm this because it is the truth. Eon and I had negotiated through not only the debate prompts, and I was very charitable in saying, look, I'm not going to pigeonhole it into sola scriptura, prima scriptura, nuda scriptura, whatever you want, whatever your idea of scripture's authority and scope thereof, whatever that means to you. That could be prompt 1. Prompt 2 was ecclesiastical authority. Prompt 3 was proper exegesis or hermeneutics, right? We agreed to these cool topics. They're all kind of similarly related and something that I can speak to even as an inquirer into orthodoxy because I will not debate things of doctrine and theology and the more nuanced, detailed positions that I'm not apprised of, and I will not misspeak and misrepresent the church that I'm trying to become a member of. So he can paint that however he wants, but that's the case. Moving forward, we also negotiated the terms of how the prize pot was to be allocated. We discussed the charity, whether it be donated to an actual charity like Red Cross or whatever. But I think we both agreed there that, don't really trust these charities. They take a chunk anyway. They're probably going to go to help people that we don't know, have no interaction or contact with. Why don't we do something for the people in the server? That whole discussion took place over, again, combined, I think it was about 20, maybe 30 minutes long of a conversation wherein Thelatos offered to pay the $25 to get it going. And EION said, fine, that's cool. You can be a mod. He agreed to that.
Okay.
And at the end of the conversation, EION said, you know what? I actually kind of respect you now, or respect the effort, Iconoclast. You've been bugging me and annoying me, and you finally got my attention. I made a joke like, yep, squeaky wheels get greased, this kind of thing. And we parted ways amicably with every intention of this debate happening because EION had agreed to the loosely defined terms. I said I would sit down and hammer out everything that we had discussed in VC in a text file, send it over to him for red line and approval, or to send it back to me with any,
I have a question.
addendums, red lines, alterations. And I did. And that was in the conversation with Thelatos, just to prove that on my part, I was acting in good faith.
Wait, hold on.
I had
hold
done
on.
what I was doing.
Go
I
ahead.
have a
Goose.
point of.
We'll
So
go Goose
Eon-
and then after
Eon
Goose, we'll
just
go to
posted
Thelatos. Go ahead,
Eon
Goose.
just posted a screenshot. Posted on December 16th. It says, you guys can discuss this between yourselves. Once I get payment, we can discuss the date, topic, structure, etc.
That's when the VC
In
took
the
place.
DM, in the DM I received from Iconoclast, right? He sent me the debate proposal with all the stipulations, the format, and everything negotiated, and that in it, it was a stipulation that there was going to be a $25 fee paid to EION by Thelatos for him to be a moderator. So
Yeah,
Because
if you
that's
look
what was
at
when
discussed
EION,
in
when you
VC.
say that it was never like the stipulations, the topic or the structure was never discussed, I think that's just a lie because Icon sent me a very structured format for the debate.
I literally sent you what I sent them, Theolotos and Icon, in a group chat, and that's the last
Yeah,
thing I
that's the
sent
very
to them.
that's
And
the very
so
last message in
obviously,
that group
and
chat.
obviously, if I'm saying, hey, once I get payment, then we will discuss a date, a topic, a structure, because they sent me a group chat with this proposed structure, a topic, and all that. Now, from my perspective, I'm not paid yet. Why am I wasting my time reading this message from this attention-seeking narcissist? Why am I reading this? Like, this is a waste of my time. He's taking me out of my VC. He's making the whole thing right now. This is all his doing. Again, we're giving him his attention. So right here, December 16th. So if he told you after December 16th in his message that everything was set, it's set in stone, obviously he lied to you. Because look what I just sent to him. That, hey, once I get payment, this is my stipulation. Once I get payment, because they're arguing who's going to pay me and stuff. I'm telling Theolotos, let this guy pay for himself, right? And Theolotos, well, I can pay after this. No, don't worry about it, man. Let this weirdo pay for himself. He's the one demanding a debate. Let him put his money where his mouth is.
So I'm
right?
gonna ask Theolatos because I also received the message prior. Icon, is it okay if I post these messages?
Yeah, I have no problem with anything that you post between us, bud.
Okay.
Can I
Um,
add
Goose, if you
something,
can
Ed?
read through, because Icon posted, I hope I didn't look through all of them, the entire discussion I had in the group chat between them.
Okay.
Nowhere
add-
did I agree to any stipulation other than, hey, once you get, hey guys, this looks good, but until I get payment, not taking it serious.
Okay,
That's
can I-
basically what it
go
was.
ahead.
when this was before I sent the payment because it was this information and then the stipulations for the debate and like the format and all that. This is the message Icon sent me on the 18th of December. Everything is finalized aside from when.
Oh,
That
that's
part is between Thealatos and EION. So what happened if it wasn't the family emergency? The family emergency is what happened, which is why he wasn't able to pay.
Right, so let me point out the lies here. One, everything is finalized aside from the when. No. Nothing was finalized. Not the topic, not the structure, not the date, not the time. Nothing was finalized. Remember, my whole thing is I'm not taking anything
VC,
serious.
Econ.
No, okay, stop interrupting me. The whole stipulation was
Stop lying.
this has been my stance from the beginning, the very beginning. Okay, was until I get payment, not taking anything serious.
Okay.
Until you did, when you loosely agreed to the debate, and then I put it on paper and sent it to you as a
I didn't agree
response
to
to the
nothing.
group text
I said
with
that's fine. Hold on a
Delatos,
second. So
demonstrating
I
that
never
I had
agreed to
done my
nothing.
part of the agreement, and you never sent back any
So
kind of
again,
edits or changes or alterations to the
again,
agreed upon
Okay.
structure that we
Well,
negotiated in
again,
let me
DC
ask some
hold on a
questions.
is
second.
now on paper in your
Hold on a
possession.
second. Just because you want something doesn't mean it's like that icon. So here's the issue. You are trying to set up the structure, set up everything. You haven't paid yet. All of this, everything you're talking about is a hypothetical. And to be honest, I didn't even read the structure you gave me, except for you want it to be about Sola Scriptura, whatnot. And I'm
All I
okay with
did-
that. So
Okay.
I'm
all I
okay
did,
with,
Ian.
hey, so hold on a second. So the only thing I was okay with, okay, he wants to debate on Sola Scriptura or whatever, but you, as everyone here knows, and as you know, and as I've said before in voice when we're discussing this, is that, that's fine. We're gonna have to talk about the structure. We're have to talk about the topic and change a little
Wrong.
bit because yes, that's
Well,
not
let
wrong
me
at all,
ask, let me ask some
because
questions.
I don't believe in Sola Scriptura. So you'll be debating. Why would I agree to a debate about Sola Scriptura when I don't even believe in Sola Scriptura?
Sure.
And this is why. So this is why Icon. All of this is a hypothetical thing that you're trying to make happen without putting your money where your mouth is. Nothing was set up straight. All the text, everything you've posted is evidence that nothing was set, and evidence that you're telling people it was set.
Okay.
And that's what I call a scam, my friend.
Let me ask some
No.
questions here. We have to ask some
Real quick,
questions.
let me rebut this, Black, and then I promise I'll shut up. Well, Eon, all I did with this proposal that I sent not only to the group chat with you, Thelatos, and I, but to Goose as well, because he had skin in the game, right? Was take the things that we agreed upon in voice chat and put them to paper so that we had a clear, a clear outline of what it is this debate would entail. That's all I did. I took the things that you and I had agreed on that we parted ways amicably over and agreed that this was going to go forward and put them to paper and sent it to you just so that in full charity, I conceded no sola scriptura. However you want to describe what it is that you believe in this topic on this matter, that's what we'll go with. I'll still refute it because I still disagree with it, whatever label you want to put on it. Okay. You
That's
agreed to
fine.
these
But
things.
was
Eon.
anything
No, I'm not
right?
done, Eon. You agreed
Right.
to
But
these
hold on a
things.
second.
You
Hold on a second.
agreed to accept.
Icon.
No, I'm not done.
Icon.
Then you
Angelica
yeah,
was
you
there.
are
She
done,
just
Icon.
posted something.
Yeah. So hold
No,
on,
no,
Icon.
don't mute
I
him.
want to ask you
Don't mute him.
questions.
There's no muting.
I want to
him
ask
here.
a question. Well, then you need to mute him when he's. So
No,
real
well,
quick,
hold on, one at a
Well,
time. I'm trying to
Andre?
arbitrate here.
I want to ask him questions because.
Well, hold on. No,
again,
I want to ask the
I-
questions. I want to ask the questions. Okay, so both of you calm down.
I was silent and let him
Calm-
finish.
calm
Why
down.
can't I
Okay.
finish?
All
No,
right,
you kept over. You kept interrupting.
stop. Okay,
You were interrupting.
guys,
me.
both of you.
Is Blackout's acting as the arbitrator. When he speaks, everybody be quiet or I'm
Please.
gonna mute you.
Okay.
That's fair.
All right. So far, what we're hearing is from Eon's point of view. Okay, there is a $25 fee to be paid to him as a precondition for anything. Okay. Now, does everybody agree with that? Do you agree with that, Iconoclast, or is that something that everyone agrees to, that this was a precondition?
That he get paid
No.
for the
Can-
date
can
is
I-
set in stone. Yes.
Okay, for the
Dude,
debate.
don't-
Wait,
I
for
don't
what?
agree with that.
Thelatos does not agree. Hold on, Iconoclast. Do you agree that you heard or you understand Eon to be saying that $25 is a precondition to establishing a debate?
He has said that at times, but it also seems that he considered the resolution. And so while considering the resolution,
We'll get to the
sometimes
resolution.
he would do that. Well, that negates waiting for the $25 because he's saying in some instances he's going to wait until he receives the $25 to observe the resolution, and then in other times he's confused about the resolution and he wants it clarified.
Okay, can
So-
I please? Can I please
Go
say
ahead,
something?
Angelica.
I
Go
was
ahead.
there. I was there for this debate. I was there when they were talking. I remember exactly what was said with Eon and the Iconoclast. Okay, basically, Icon came in. He wanted to debate with him, and Eon was saying, "Oh, you're too new to this server. you're too new, okay, wait a couple weeks, okay, or you have to, pay me $25. And if you do not pay the $25, I will not have any sort of setting up a debate with you or anything like that. I will not take you seriously. And the thing is also with that $25 that they agreed upon is that Icon was asking questions about it. It's like, oh, could someone else pay? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. And the thing is as well, he said that he will not just use that money, he will keep it, and he can even, give it back, because I think they're talking about having like a higher stake. Like he said that they could bet even more money on it, like later down the line. He just wants to EION just wanted that $25 just to take that seriously, that he was down for it, and he was. And guess what? The 16th, where you see the screenshot is, that's when he set the cash up, and we were all in a call at that time, and Icon and EION were talking back and forth about it. The thing is the problem is that even though that Icon, he knows he had that money from Goose, and he never sent it. He easily could have just sent it. The cash app is right there. So why was he holding? Why was he holding that money?
No, stop.
No.
You're making
Like-
judgments, and we're not doing that. Okay, so we're doing fact finding now. So
Angelica, the $50 was for charity, not to go to
hold on.
EION's pocket.
Wait, Goose. Hold on. No,
Exactly.
there's something confusing here. Okay, maybe I'm slow,
For a debate that
but we'll figure
never
it out.
existed.
So EION is saying all along that there's a $25 like a prepayment precondition to like doing anything. Then there's this talk about a conversation that takes. This is what Iconoclast just mentioned in the chat about 5 minutes ago. There was a discussion that took place about charities that also involved EION, that also involved some type of agreement of some kind. Maybe not to the debate resolution of the topic of the debate, but as to what would happen with the funds. Did that happen? EION, did you talk about like charities with Iconoclast?
They were Icon was the main source of this, and he's been the main drive of this whole thing, by the way. But there were hypotheticals made that they were discussing in the VC about if people want to put up money. Yes, that did occur. I never agreed to any of it. I said, okay, it sounds good, but again, if I don't get payment, there is no debate.
Right. Aside from whether there's payment or the debate, was there discussion as to what would happen with the funds outside of the $25 with regards to like charities?
Yes.
Okay. Did you agree to like or negotiate on like charities or anything like that for the funds outside of the $25?
The only thing I agreed was is that it sounds like a good idea, but again, I didn't take any of that seriously because I haven't gotten paid yet, and my whole perspective is Icon is just an attention seeker, and he was in my VC, and that whole discussion, by the way, happened by him interrupting the VC to talk about the debate.
Right. Okay.
And so I wasn't taking anything seriously until I got paid, and that was very clear to everyone in that room.
Yeah. So the thing is, yeah, exactly what they say. It was $50, and whoever got the $50 that won the debate, because they wanted it in here, not in the PC, because he was like, oh well, he didn't like the $50 cash prize.
Angelica, real quick, you brought up something I do want to mention. That's the first thing, and I don't know if this is true. Maybe Icon can tell us. I don't know what his motivation was to demand debates like he did. It was weird. Everyone else found it to be weird too. That it was just demanding to debate me, like literally.
Well,
and at first he wanted to use
I can
the
speak to that.
prized. He wanted to use the server prized $50 debate, but then when I refused it,
right.
well, so you see how it looks to me. It looks like he wanted that $50, and then I refused that, and then he got $50. From someone else from other means.
Well, okay.
And that's what it looks like to me.
Okay.
Well,
but that was mentioned at the beginning.
The reason I sent the
I'd be happy.
$50 was because there was confirmation that the prize money would be going to charity.
Okay. So Goose, let me ask you a question, Goose. Was it ever communicated to you that in order for this debate to move forward, you would, like somebody, whether it's you or somebody, would need to put up $25 to EION Direct?
Yes.
Yes, correct.
Icon told me that there's a $25 fee paid to EION by the Altos.
By Thelatos, okay. Okay.
So I was made aware of it.
Right. So you're aware
before I sent the $50.
Okay, so
And the reason I was demanding a formal debate is because of the mod abuse that I was encountering every time I gave EON the slightest bit of pushback or criticism or
right,
pushed them on a
not a
position.
problem.
That's
That's okay. Look,
that's not true.
it's not abnormal for people to challenge people to debates on this server. That's not the motivation for challenging to a debate. That is not even germane to this topic. Okay, so Goose is aware. So the money that the $50 that Goose put up is for the purpose of sending that money to a charity of whoever happens to win. However, the $25 precondition money to even begin to have the debate was going to be supplied by Thelatos. Do we have that right so far?
So, from what I got,
Yes.
Yes, literally what it
the
is.
debate was on. Everything in the debate was on. All that was they were waiting on was the $25 payment, and then
Yeah, that
it was
was-
a 2-week waiting period, and then the
Yeah,
debate would
Goose,
happen.
that's the lie. I
Yeah,
already
you
told you.
weren't here.
Nothing was
I'm just
finalized at
telling
all.
you what I
Nothing
got
was
from
finalized
Icon.
at all until I get payment. And this whole thing is I didn't want to waste my time talking about some non-existent debate with this attention seeker. And so again, my whole stipulation wasn't just the stuff, the date and stuff with the 25. It was to even take him serious. Like, just send me money. Put your money where your mouth is. Stop interrupting
As
my
opposed to
VC.
muting me. As
And
opposed to
then,
muting me every time we
well,
talk.
you know, you act like a child and you're
Well,
muted.
let's not attack each other.
Okay,
Let's resolve this issue.
Oh.
We're getting close. We're
Alright,
getting close here. Go ahead, Thelatos, and then we'll wrap it up. Go ahead.
Okay, so if you see the picture I put in the side chat, right? So
Yeah.
EON, what it said is I say something about Bank of America. EON says, first problem, Bank of America, they probably have sucked you dry of all their fees, right? And Iconoclast agrees with this. He says, now this, I agree 100%, worst bank ever. Now go with it. Then Eon says, yeah, the stipulations for this random debate, in which I'm still confused on the affirmative position, topic from a new member of the channel is 25%. Once paid, the date will be set. Now, I don't know if Iconoclast is misinterpreting this or if he's correctly interpreting this. But Iconoclast replied to this with this like debate. Here's the header: Iconoclast versus Eon debate proposal. Icon preferences denoted by parentheses. All points are negotiable. $25 to be paid to Eon by Theletos for appearance of Theletos to be the moderator. Submitted ahead of time. Agreement. So this is already after my brother's wheelchair stopped working. I had to buy him a new wheelchair. I told these guys that I had this emergency, right? And then I suggested after the new year, then we pay, right? There seems, from my reading, it seems to be Eon also wondered about what is the affirmative position of the debate. And so Iconoclast, he gives this explanation of it. I'll just copy paste it. I won't screenshot it. But here's what it is. The problem is Eon never replied to this. He never responded to this specific thing.
Okay.
So
Oh, after I
if there-
sent the Cash App thing, I left the group chat.
Well,
'Cause
this was
I didn't
way
take any of it
earlier.
serious.
This was way earlier in that text
Well,
conversation.
if I don't reply to something, I haven't read it.
And well, it was way earlier in that than you leaving the conversation after posting your
Well,
Cash App. This was
earlier,
closer to the beginning of the conversation.
I'm
I'm
still
talking.
confused.
Um,
I'm still,
and then
well, look, if it was
these
earlier,
these are the terms that
again,
you and
man,
I
I'm
negotiated.
tired of this guy.
You and I negotiated in this VC in front of a whole bunch of people. All I did was take that and put it on paper. That's all I did. Nothing changed from the conversation that we had to what you see right here.
That's fine, but you
We
do
agreed to
understand,
these
without
things at the end
payment,
of that
nothing
conversation.
serious. You have to understand, without payment, I didn't take anything serious. And this is
So
the
my
whole
mistake
thing.
was taking you at your word that
Everybody
this was
knew this.
good. We were just waiting on payment.
And so when you're wasting our time in VC trying to discuss the topics and stuff without paying me first, that was just a waste of time.
Stop it.
So here's the issue. Look, all the evidence, when you look at all the messages, you look at everything they posted, all the evidence points to I'm telling the truth. Everything I'm saying now is what I said to them in text messages. Everything I've said to you guys today is right there in text that I've sent them. And so again, right there, very clear. I needed payment before I took any of this serious.
Okay.
Very clear.
Do you stand by everything that you said in this conversation, including that I'm factually guilty of committing the crime of fraud by scamming Goose? Is that something you still
Well,
stand
my
by?
understanding, this is why I want to ask you questions. Do you not think that maybe you jumped the gun? Maybe you should have actually finalized a debate with me before
An
getting
answer,
money from people.
An answer to my direct question, Eon.
Well, I just asked you a question. Can you answer it?
I know, but I asked my question first, and your question's irrelevant.
Okay, so what I'm all right, let's try to wrap this up here. Okay, so this is what it sounds like to me. Okay, so it seems that there's this $25 precondition fee that for EON involves taking anything serious, including even settling like terms of debate and so forth. Although while this process is going on, okay, there's like two channels of things going on. There's this $25 thing lingering, talk about money, but then there's also some kind of like quasi debate discussion, basically debating about the debate resolutions and the terms taking places in VCs concurrently. Okay, so these are two things that are kind of conflicting with each other. So I don't see any harm or foul in that part. I will say this: I don't think anybody here has committed any fraud, and no one should be slandering anybody or saying that so and so committed fraud. I think that's off the table. So we shouldn't be hearing such and such is trying to swindle somebody or defraud them or anything like that. Regarding the debate,
I want to hear him recant it. I want to hear him recant it right now. Were
I
you
don't
wrong
think
about that, Eon?
warning people not to give you money for a non-existent charity debate that doesn't even exist. I don't think that there's anything wrong with me for warning people not to give someone money.
To be fair, hold on. To be fair, from his point of view, this was still like in the process. It's not like it was a debate that wasn't going to happen. There was still ongoing talk. It's just a miscommunication here. So there's no fraud taking place. All the people involved here are.
Do you see, from my perspective, how that is a scam? Because there's no finalized debate, and he's getting money for it.
Okay, so you're standing by the affirmative statement.
Yeah, I'm standing by that you're getting money from people without actually finalizing a debate, and you've lied to them and said that you did finalize everything but the date, which obviously from my text messages that I've sent is a lie. So, but yeah, you're lying to people and getting money from them. I call that a scam.
Yeah, I wasn't here for the VC.
Wasn't that on Eon's commitment though?
About it in
Hey, everybody shut up, shut up. I'm a third party. I've been listening for about an hour and a half. There's been no fraud committed. The two parties who had money committed to the conversation.
No one said he committed fraud. Scam, by the way, he's taking this over exaggeration. Scam, by the way, is just a term when someone swindles somebody or someone lies to somebody like Icon did, and they get money from them. And so, from my point of view, this is exactly what happened. So when I say scam, that's what I mean, and that's what he did.
No.
Okay, so dictionary definition.
Have been talking about this for an hour and a half.
Fraud, a scheme, a dishonest scheme, a fraud. That's what scam means.
What is that? When you lie to someone to get money, right?
He's not lying. Stop. Yeah,
nothing was finalized. Being told
it doesn't matter. No, that doesn't matter.
And they got money from that.
It doesn't matter that it wasn't finalized. There's still ongoing. There's still a good faith effort on everyone's part that there's a debate looking to happen since there was engagement on that topic.
Yeah,
regardless of the 25.
From my perspective, the only person who wasn't good faith in getting this debate going was you, Eon.
Hold on, Goose. Now,
really, Goose. I'm glad you lost your faith.
So hold on. So Goose, hold on, Goose. Don't make please less accusations. Okay. So there was, and what I mean by good faith is everyone's engaging in this process of dialogue through DMs and VCs in order to lead to a debate. Given that it wasn't like it was a concrete dead on arrival thing where he's going around soliciting money from people for something that is not going to happen. Now, these other individuals were also aware that there was this $25 precondition for this to take place. Given that they know that, it can't be the case that it's a scam because they know that that needs to be paid in order for the debate to move forward. So I don't think we should be calling anybody a swindler or a scammer.
Icon never lied to me.
Okay, so regarding the debate, we have...
So you can believe all you want, but nothing was finalized, and that's what he told you, and that's a lie. So he did lie to you.
No, I didn't
Well,
say it
it's
was
Yeah, the
I
proof
finalized.
don't
is right
state
there.
participating in the
Man,
debate.
you,
Shouldn't he
you
be
didn't say
covering
he didn't
half the
lie to you, but
moderation
it's
fee?
right there. It's right there in front of your face, man.
Everybody but Blackout, shut up. Nobody
Okay.
ever mentioned within this hour and a half dialogue of a finalized debate. There was money put forth that two parties agreed to give to another party in good faith because he was struggling at the time. So there is no sophistry, fraud, or scam
Right.
happening because those two parties understood where their money was
Okay,
going.
read Goose's message he posted of what Icon sent him. The very first sentence is a lie. Everything
Well-
is finalized but the date. Nothing was finalized.
Okay,
So that's a lie.
hold on. So
When you agreed to these terms in VC, I took you at your word.
That's
Yeah,
that.
I'm sorry.
This is
I
the-
did
this
not
is
agree to
the-
any terms.
That's fine.
Again,
This is the thing. The
it's-
VC is
He-
what
they
will
didn't agree to
solve
any
everything
terms,
up,
really.
and I wasn't there for the VC, so
Okay.
I can't speak on it.
nothing was dotted. My signature was not dotted on any line. There was no
there a
contract
gentleman's
signed.
agreement, though?
There was no.
Yes.
The only agreement was, hey, this weirdo wants to debate me. If he pays me money, I will take him serious and actually talk about a debate and set it up with him. That's
Okay.
the only
Well,
thing that was
hold on.
finalized, is that you pay me and then I take you serious. And
Okay,
it's
so
been
we
like
have
that
to-
since day one.
So what we need to do to move forward is
Wow.
so regarding there is no swindling and there is no fraud. So please don't accuse anybody of that. Second, regarding the debate, okay, we need to take each side, both EIONs and Iconoclasts, we need to take their positions in good faith. There's a disconnect here, okay? Now, in order for this debate to take place, if it ever will take place, EION is asking for the 25 up front, even to negotiate terms. Not that terms are settled and here's your 25. He wants 25 to even talk about it any further. So that
Well, that's easy. I'm no longer interested in a debate. I've already wiped the floor with him on these topics several times.
Okay.
Although I had to kind of kiss the
Okay,
ring and
good.
be submissive
Alright,
and nice to
good.
do it. No longer interested in doing it
Good.
because this right here
God.
proved exactly what I was
Oh
setting.
my lord! Get him out of my channel, Blackout. Lock him out right now. I don't want him in my
Slow
channel.
down.
I'm tired of hearing his voice. Look what he's caused already.
Hold
All
on
because
now.
he wants to
Hold
get
on.
an
We're
attention.
almost done. We're almost
Get
done.
out of my channel, you weirdo.
Hold on. It's not fair to. We're using your channel as the venue. Okay, so it's
The
not fair.
Blackout says it's final here, Ian. Let Blackout.
Right, but
We're
this weirdo. Don't let him just ramble like that. He's-
No, everyone gets a fair say. Okay, we're just using your channel as a venue. Okay, we could have gone to a neutral channel. Okay, so let's be fair here. All right.
Blackout, can I put in a request?
Well, after
to
this, I want him
Red?
locked from my channel.
Go
I
ahead,
think
Jonathan.
that I'm gonna just vouch. Icon, his channel has been harassing me. Has harassed
That's
me
not
with
relevant to
people,
the topic
how he
here.
has
That's
been
a different.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
not-
have
think
a
he
That's not
channel.
relevant. That's not relevant. That's not relevant. That's not relevant to the
That's a
discussion.
different situation.
That's not relevant to the discussion.
I don't have a
He needs to
channel.
be locked out of our channel.
So
Not admissible.
again, my thing is, and everyone heard me from the beginning. Even my mods know because I talked to him in the background in the channel when he's not in the room. They all know my position from the very jump. Was I don't like this guy. I think he's a narcissist. I think he's an attention seeker. I don't like him in my channel. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Whenever I get into a debate with him, it always ends up with he just doesn't know what he's talking about and he admits it. And so it's just a waste of time. And so everyone knew from the get-go that I don't take this guy serious. I think he's a joke. And this is why I even charged him money to begin with. And the whole notion was I didn't think he was going to pay me. I thought that would shut him up and get him out of my channel. Me just here, pay me $25 and I'll take you seriously. I thought he would just be like, okay, I don't want to pay him, so I'm just going to leave the channel. I'm not going to harass him and demand him to debate anymore and ruin his VC channel. So that's the whole thing. And then it turned into this big thing.
Right, I know, we
and
talked
all this
about it.
And by the way, all this does is prove he is. My conclusion was right. He is just an attention-seeking narcissist.
Okay, all right, we don't need. Okay, that doesn't help. All right, so let's do this. Going forward, look, I'm asking you guys to agree to this. I'm not saying this like I'm going to enforce it on you from the server because this is your guys' business. I'm going to ask you, EION, to not accuse them of fraud and this and that because that didn't take place. I'm going to ask Iconoclast and the others to not engage EION on a debate. Iconoclast is not interested. He says he's not interested anymore in a debate. So there's no point. There's no talk. It doesn't matter. There's no. There's
Was
no,
it a run from Icon?
Oh, please cut it out. There's no debate happening. There's no debate that will happen. Iconoclast is not going to not hound, but he's not going to pursue, I should say, EON for a debate. And then EON's not going to accuse him of like swindling people. And we're settled, and everything is clear. Can we guys agree to this?
I
Like
agree.
him.
Good.
I
Will you
agree. Just get
recant-
this
will-
guy
will you
out
re-
of this. Get him out of my
Will
channel.
will you recant?
I don't even want to
that
hear
the-
his
the
voice. You know
affirmative
what?
statement that you made
Locally
that
muting
I
is
scammed
allowed now,
people?
isn't it?
Will you agree to recant the statement in the affirmative that you
No,
made that
I'm
I
entitled to
scammed
my
Goose?
opinion, and knowing what you did, I
Okay.
do my own opinion. I think you're a scammer, and I
Okay.
also think there's something wrong with you,
think
and you're a
he's a
narcissist
scammer? Why do you think he's a scammer, Eon?
because he lied to you, Goose, and he got 50
But what
bucks from you.
what did he gain?
Well, he was gaining attention. This is the whole thing he wanted in the beginning was attention. His
So
attention
he
seeking
didn't
narcissist.
scam me out of money, is what you're saying.
Well, he did. He lied to you for it. So
So
and there
did he
was no
scam me out-
debate.
Did
So
he scam me out of money and gain my
Yeah.
money and keep it?
yeah. So the notion, if I came to you, Goose, and said, "Hey, there's this big thing going on. It's already finalized. Send me money," but I lied, and there was no big thing
Right.
going on, and it wasn't finalized. That would be me scamming you, would it not?
The thing is, though, is when after I talked to you, when we talked one-on-one about it, and you were accusing him of scamming me, I confronted him in DMs, and he immediately offered to send the money back. But then we came to a formal
Well,
agreement. to
good.
send
And
the
what I
money
tell
to-
you, I told you to get your money back. Though there is no debate. I told you exactly what was going on.
Right, but like I don't think you calling Icon a scammer is accurate to him as a person.
Well, I'm entitled to my opinion. I don't like the guy from the get go. He comes into my
you
channel
don't have to you don't have to
harassing
like the
me,
guy, I'm just
demanding
saying.
a debate, demanding attention, and now we gave him this attention. Like this whole thing's about him. You see what I mean? This
Well,
is
you
I
can't-
just
you
want him
can't
out of
call
my
him a
VC. I
scammer,
don't even want to
though.
see his
Hold
name
on.
anymore. I don't want to hear his voice. I don't want him in my channel. The guy's a whack job. If
Like,
you guys want to hang
I
out with
think
someone like
Blackout would
that,
agree
that's on you.
That
But
if you continue to
that's
call
my
him a
opinion.
Go ahead.
scammer,
Ed
it would
wants to
be
speak. Ed
slander.
wants to speak.
Hold on a second. Blackout's in good faith acting is an arbitrator here, and he's basically saying this issue is closed now, and why can't we just move on here?
Yeah.
Because Eon won't recant.
Well,
him
but
saying
Why do I have to
Icon's a scammer.
recant something that I believe to be
Blackout
true?
didn't ask Eon
Because
to
we've
recant.
already established.
I
that.
never said, hey, I'm not going to call him a scammer. The only reason why I never accused him. What I did was I was warning people
You
because
did
you
accuse
came
me.
to me. No, what I did was
Categorically,
warn
you made
people.
the affirmative
I
statement
warned
in this
people. Goose was here.
in this channel, in
Goose
text,
was
and
here.
in voice, not
Yes.
24 hours ago,
Yes,
Eon.
and I
This
stand
was
by everything I've said.
in the last 24 hours.
So
I
okay, so
scammed
I'm
Goose. You
talking.
made
I'm
that claim.
talking. I'm talking. So
finish up.
what I did was I felt like, hey, this is weird because when Goose came, Goose, was I not shocked that you told me you donated money to this debate? Was I not shocked about that?
No, you were laughing actually.
Well, I was shocked. And didn't I tell you to get your money back?
Yeah, you said to get my money back, and you told me that he is a scammer.
Yeah, I said you got scammed. He lied to you, which he did. And I told everyone else in the channel. We had like 30 people in here. So I was like, hey, if Icon, I wrote in text chat, if Icon asked for money for some charity debate, do not give him money because there is no charity debate at this moment of time. And so nothing I said was a lie. Everything I said was out of my kind heart. And I don't know Icon from Joe Blow down the street. And I already know that he's a little weird. So anything's possible to this guy. So again, it's better not to send people money when there is nothing. Like if a debate was set, you would see it in the events part of the server. It will be set. Icon versus Eon.
That was
blah blah
between
blah.
them.
It will be
wasn't
set in
a-
stone, and only then should anyone be giving money
But this
to
wasn't
anyone.
a $50 prize debate. This was a
Oh,
charity.
you
it
don't
was gonna
believe
be
that.
this was going to be a learn about
You
God
don't-
debate
Eon.
event.
Eon, you don't believe that because you were requesting to be paid money before anything was set in stone. So that statement is not true.
What are you talking about? Me telling
Okay.
people not to give somebody
You're
money.
You're saying, right, for the charity money, this is not the money to pay you. This was the charity money to go to another cause, right? This money being held in escrow by Iconoclast, don't give him money. Well, he wasn't asking people for money other than Goose, as far as I
What he was
understood, because
doing,
there were,
I agree. All I heard
because
was
hold on, dude.
no, again, you're
Dude,
confused. Real
this
quick,
is
I'm
not
clarifying.
Eon like debate hour, dude. I'm not confused. I'm telling you, there was a cap on the money, so that was already decided between those two people. But you said you shouldn't be giving money before the debate is finalized. But the thing you were
Yes,
obligating
why
from
are
the
you giving
beginning
money
is
to something that doesn't exist yet?
the thing you were obligating from the beginning is to give money before the debate was even finalized. I
No,
took
yeah,
that,
giving money to take the debate serious.
yeah, before it's finalized, the very same concept.
Yeah, before we talk about structure, time, date, what the topic is, before any of that, for me to take this weird wacko seriously, he had to pay me money. That was the whole thing, and it blew up to this. And this only proves that I was right. He's an attention-seeking narcissist.
Okay, all right, let's wrap this up. All right, let me repeat what I had to say before, okay, so we can solve this and we can move on. All right, so the server's not asking you, EION, to recant. That was an ask from Iconoclast. Now, we're just asking you to drop it. Like, don't call the guy a thief and a swindler or whatever on the server. That's kind of.
I've been dropping.
Okay, thank you. Now, in compensation to Iconoclast, you're not going to get a recant from EION. But on the other hand, you did get a large public testimony from witnesses, including Goose, that this was not a scam, that no one got scammed, including Thelatos, and some other people even chimed in.
They're entitled to their opinion.
Everyone's entitled to their opinion, and the whole active part of the server has heard this. So, like, Icon has cleared his name. EION is entitled to his opinion, but he will drop it, and Icon will also drop the debate stuff, and we are settled. I think that should fix everything for everybody.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. I just wanted the ability.
Who cares if you're cool with
my-
it? Get on
Yeah,
my channel now. It's done.
I'm just glad.
Get on my
which I've
channel
done.
now, Icon. It's done.
Can I
It's
just,
done.
for
Get on my channel.
Icon's peace of mind, I tend to stay in the middle of, like, I don't go on sides. I was in a VC the other day, and EION didn't mention anything up until someone did come into the VC and ask him about it, and then EION, instead of yelling it out into the VC to everyone, spoke about it privately with this person, and did type that. But just to give Icon some peace of mind, I don't think it's something that will be spoken about badly in here anyways.
No,
Once you're locked out
well,
forever.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I will talk bad about you if your name pops up. Oh, Icon, because I hear this all the time in DMs. Icon's talking crap about you. Icon's saying this about you. Icon's doing this. And yeah,
But
if
out
I
of
hear that,
principle, you
yeah,
should not
I'll
call
say,
him a
yeah,
scammer.
Icon's a narcissistic, scamming, attention seeker.
All right, we're done.
Goose. That's my opinion. He lied to you. He got money from you. That to me is a scam in my book. So if you want to change the definition of it for it to make you feel better, whatever it is, that's fine. That's your prerogative. But me, in my book, if someone did that to me, I would think I got scammed. That's just me. You can have you're entitled to your own opinion. And if you want to hang around people that lie to you to get money from you, that's on you, man. You choose that's fine. You choose the people you hang around.
What I'm saying is, if you tell people that Icon is a scammer, you need to tell them that it is your opinion he's a scammer, not that it is objective fact that he's a scammer. Do you understand the difference?
It is objectively.
It is not objective because we just cleared the air. Blackouts.
It's my opinion that is an objectively a fact.
Then you need to express that it's an opinion. You can't.
Well, there's a lie, and then there's money given for that lie. To me, that's a scam in my book in any definition. But
so you're going to continue to say
you can have your own opinion.
Scammed me, even though we've cleared that up.
Why do you care?
Because I didn't get scammed, and you're spreading lies about the both of us now.
We done?
It's not that.
What did I say was a lie, Goose? He lied to you and got money. How did I just lie right there?
Scammed me.
I'll say, tell me what thing did I say was a lie?
If you're gonna say Icon scammed me, right?
No, you said that I lied.
Already cleared
what did I lie about?
In here, Blackout said that there was no scam that took place. There was no fraud, scam, whatever. So if you're going to continue to say that I got scammed and Icon scammed me,
No, he's saying that you
that's
felt like
slander.
you didn't get scammed. You guys
And
are
I
okay
do
with
not-
it. It's cool. It's
I
like
do not think
the
that
victim of a
is-
scam is cool with the guy scamming him, so now it's not even a problem. That's what happened. So again,
Blackout,
look,
am I the victim
here's
of
the
a
thing.
scam here?
Well, according to your own testimony and Thelatos's and all parties involved, no one here is saying that they're scammed. What
Right, so
Eon is
I do
saying,
not want.
what Eon
Right,
is
I do not
saying
want
is,
Eon saying I am the
In my
victim of a
opinion,
scam.
you
That's not
are
what
a
happened.
victim of a scam, but
You
you're
can hold
okay
the
with it.
opinion, but you cannot express.
So
it.
That's
that's
your
what-
look.
Objective fact.
Look,
Wait,
all
wait,
I'm
wait.
saying is, look,
Okay.
all I'm saying is, Goose, look, that's my opinion. You can feel
Then
however you want
express
to.
it as
You're entitled to it. Well, you can't tell me what to do. You're not my boss, buddy. And so here's the thing: is this? Look, if you want to be cool with someone who lied to you and stuff like that, and that's fine. You choose who you hang around with, you know. But my
I
thing
just
is,
don't want you lying.
I'm going to speak my mind. I haven't lied at all tonight. Never. Everything I've said is backed up by your own things that you posted
Everyone
in
here
the side
except
chat.
you agrees that Icon.
Well,
did
who's
not scam me.
everyone? You, Icon, and who else?
Well, Blackout is the arbiter of everything. That's
Well,
gone
he's
on
an
here
arbiter.
today.
He's neutral. So again, and he's entitled to his own opinion. Personally, I don't care. All I want is here's my thing. I don't want to hear his name anymore. I don't want to hear that he's talking crap about me like I've been hearing for the past week. I don't want to hear all this stuff. And Goose, frankly, you know, when I heard that you gave him 50, I felt bad for you, and I told you to get your money back. And for the principle of it.
Don't
And you're
say
like,
that you felt bad.
and you're
You were
like, I did.
laughing when I told you.
No, I was not.
You were
no, I
laughing.
was not. So now you're the
You
liar.
thought it was funny.
No, I didn't. So no, I did not. I said, "Oh, really?" And I told you out of the principle of it because
chuckling.
you
You
were
thought it
even
was
sad.
funny.
No, I was not chuckling at all. So again, now I'm thinking you're a little weird too. No wonder why you would hang around Icon. So
That's fine.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, man. I felt
So
sorry,
just don't lie
and
about
you
either
even
of
said,
us now.
"Oh, it doesn't matter. It's just $50." I'm like, no, get your money
You can
back for
think
the principle
you can
of
think
it.
me and Icon are weird. You can say that we're attention seekers or whatever, but just don't lie about it.
Why are you wanting to be grouped up with that? You were just, in my perspective, you're just the victim who he lied to, and you give money, and you're giving
I
money to a
leave yet?
charity. That's a good cause, Goose. I feel I have no bad blood with you. I don't understand.
It's
I
fine.
see you as a
I don't
victim
want
of
to be
this.
mislabeled by you.
all right, look, it's done.
It's not
done.
mislabeling. Proof that it's a mislabeling. Then he said something's finalized, and then you saw what I wrote to him. Was it finalized, Goose?
Blackout in this server, I don't
Hold
want
on.
to be labeled as a
Oh my! Get out of my channel,
Hold
weirdos!
on,
Get out of my channel.
hold on, dude. We're not done yet. We're almost done yet. We're closing up here.
I'm tired of giving Icon this attention, man. This is what
Blackout,
he
can I say
wants.
one
Well, we could have done this in a neutral channel. I mean, we decided to use your venue, okay, because you guys were here.
It's fine, but now it's done. Get these weirdos up.
We're almost done. We're almost at the close. This is what I'm going to ask, okay? So, again, we'll drop the accusations. You're still entitled to your opinion, Ian. No one is putting a gun to your head saying believe differently, okay? But it isn't right to call people scammers when the parties involved didn't engage in a scam. Now, that said, okay, there's also the factor that they were aware of this $25 precondition also, okay? And then regarding to the others, you also have to know, okay, that while this whole thing is taking place, EION is reiterating over and over and over, look, this is not getting off the ground, at least in a substantive way, without this payment up front, okay? But yet the debate's kind of getting pushed along with, and that's still kind of in play, okay? So, it's like there's people are kind of talking past each other, and you have two channels of progress taking place, one on the transactions of monies, and then the other one on the debate and where it stands and so forth. I don't think it's that complicated. We don't have any fraud. I think it's over. You're not going to get bugged for a debate. Icon's not a scammer. Goose testified to this. I think everybody's happy. We all go our separate ways, and everybody's good, and we're done. And everybody can coexist on this server just fine.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Okay.
Look,
Thank
Let's
you.
move
all
on.
I'm saying.
We're
all I'm
done.
saying is-
We're done. We're done. We're done.
Move
Goose,
on.
we're
Get
done.
this whack job. Stop giving him
Sort
attention.
out now.
Tell us about
Back to God
Valentinian
talk. We're back to God
Gnosticism.
talk. We're
Hey,
done.
tell us about Valentinian
Black, how did you
Gnosticism and how we're all wrong. Okay. Hey, Eon, I'm a Calvinist. I'm wrong. Okay. Tell me how I'm wrong.